bum 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 dum dum da 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 da.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
Okay.
People are gonna roast the shit out of us when they see this video.
Yeah,
They're gonna
absolutely. We're gonna get
be like,
we're
I
gonna
saw
get
y'all's podcast. What were y'all doing? That's Teresa, by the way. What were y'all doing?
What are y'all doing? Okay. Welcome to Not a Weird Podcast.
Yep. First episode, actually. It's the first episode that we...
First episode.
Wow.
This is gonna be interesting. Could crash and burn. Could go on to the big leagues, you know?
Like, this could be like the NFL for us.
This could be. This could change our lives.
We could get recruited. I don't think that's how it works.
I could see you getting recruited for, like, acting.
Hit me up. Link in the bio. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah. This is one of the greatest things of starting something new together.
I am a little bit. Most of you guys are probably gonna already know who I am. Previous streamer, YouTube content creator now, and this is Terry.
You gotta put it in reverse, okay?
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Everybody at work.
You don't. No, you don't.
You have not earned the spot.
Terry. Cut that. Terry and I met originally. She doesn't remember this, but we met in a haunted house. I was volunteering at a shelter that was doing a haunted house to raise money for the shelter, and I met her, and she doesn't remember that, but we do work together now, so we became best friends that way.
Yeah. I don't know. That sucks to say. Like, I don't remember you, but I do remember you. It kind of sounds so
she
bad.
literally looked at me and she was like, "I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember seeing you."
That has to suck because you remembered me. You
I did. I remembered.
You remember what my name was and everything, and I'm like, question marks all over my head. Like, who are you? Who are you?
There was granted there was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And you were part of it longer than I was. Like, I was only there for like certain days.
Yeah. Okay. So you weren't there every day. So
No.
you came like what? We did it on the weekends.
I would do it like it was either I would do it Friday night and Saturday night, or I would do it Saturday night and Sunday night.
Okay.
Depending on how my work schedule was. But,
Yeah.
And then I would talk with the manager.
I thought it was interesting. It was
I loved it. I loved working at that haunted house.
I loved it.
I miss it so much.
The most fun part about working at haunted houses is when you scare the fuck out of people and you get
We
swung
made
on
that
in the dark.
woman poop her pants that year.
I don't.
You don't remember that?
What makes me upset is that I don't know.
I don't think
when
you were
that
in.
was.
I don't think you were in that area.
I probably wasn't. I think I was in the maze.
I
and
was
it was pitch
still in the
black
psych.
dark.
I was in the psych
Yep.
ward, and she straight up pooped her pants.
Did she walk through the whole time while she shit her pants, or she left after
She left.
shit herself? Okay.
She immediately after she pooped, she like
I would have just walked through the whole thing with my pants filled with my shit. Like,
Just
I
like a
paid
whole-
good
just
money.
like a whole diaper, like a whole full diaper in your pants.
She knew better. She should have brought a diaper with her.
We didn't even have to touch this girl. She straight up shit her pants. She
Did
didn't
you
even make it.
hear it like come out?
No,
Or she
but
said-
we just smelt it, dude. We smelt it, and she was holding her pants and running out. This was not planned, by the way. Completely improv.
How old is she? Did she look like?
Oh, she was probably mid-20s.
Oh man, I was about to say if she was older, I'd be like, Colin, I totally understand your colon just isn't in the right place right now. You're young and you're 20. There's no excuse. I don't care what kind of IBS she got.
She literally had the shit scared out of her. She wasn't even a fourth of the way through the haunted house. This is a low-budget haunted house, too.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot of money that was put into it. I mean, there wasn't like a whole lot of money.
There was a good bit of money, but it wasn't like your major haunted houses and stuff.
Yeah, it's not like a Sloss Furnace and like all that. Like,
For people that are local that know that.
Yeah. But I remember there was one time in the haunted house. This was my favorite person that came in. I don't know the guy's name. I didn't really care. I just loved how he reacted to me scaring him. So when he's walking through, it was a group, by the way. So that's the perfect one when it's a group.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like 2 people, they're kind of boring. They don't react as much. But when you got a group of people, totally different. Well, we're in the maze, and he's walking through. And as he's walking through, I get him. And again, it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
He can't see nothing. I can't see shit at all. But the grace of God, he swung, and I felt the breeze off his knuckles come to my face, and I was like, let's just back up a little bit.
I had a chick Heisman arm me in the stomach. She said, wow! And I literally got the wind knocked out of me, dude. Hey, Blazies.
What up?
Alright, so the first segment we're going to do, we did a question and answer with our Discord, which I'm going to link in the bio. But they asked what our craziest experiences were. And I have mine written down because I have terrible memory. So, or little cliff notes. Do you wanna go first?
Honestly, dude, I'll let you go first.
You want me to go first?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, I remember what I wrote down now. So we went, Terry and I went to Birmingham, Alabama, and we were walking around, to the stores on the sidewalk, just chilling together, just enjoying a nice day. And from afar, I see these 2 clearly homeless men, and one of them has a guitar. He's like playing the guitar. Obviously, both of them are very drunk. Very, very drunk at this point. Yep. And my introvert mind is like, if I don't make eye contact, we won't have a problem. They start yelling for us to come over. They're like, hey, come here. She is like, okay. Just heads on over there.
I'll get like smiles and everything.
She was
like,
smiling
sure.
from ear to ear. My internal panic just on. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're 2 rather smaller women, and at the time, old Terry over here had a mosh pit incident and had a messed up hand. She had a bum hand, and we're over there talking to these dudes. What was it? Paul and Rodney.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paul and Rodney.
Rodney wanted you.
Very, very awkward moment where they literally openly admitted that they both wanted one of us. And then they were telling us bye. We were trying to leave. We were trying to exit the situation, and I knew this was coming. I saw it coming. He calls Terry in for a hug, and I was like, oh no. And he lays one on her. He goes on her neck. And I knew I was next. I was like, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. What did he do? Come here. Give Rodney a hug. And he on my neck, and my whole body just I mean, I could feel the cringe deep within my bones. You got goosebumps, bro.
Man. Like,
we immediately made a brisk walk away.
I could smell the marble pack on his fucking beard.
The sweat, the BO. The BO was, and I wanted to scrub my body till my skin came off. Like, it was that disturbing. Sorry, guys, if you do end up watching this, but it's true.
We have nothing against homeless people.
Nothing against homeless people, but don't lay one on my neck. I'm a stranger, bro.
Yeah. You just, I don't know, like, you don't, strangers should not do that.
No.
Like, I just don't, that's... Maybe he thought that was okay. Maybe he thought, like...
I think he was also intoxicated, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, it could be that he was very intoxicated, and his friend Paul wasn't really helping because he was hyping him up.
Oh, yeah, he was.
They were hyping each other up.
I was
talking to us, and
I'm like, please don't.
A part of me was like, oh...
Mistakes were made.
I gotta tell him. And then I gave Paul my number.
Oh, yeah.
But... I gave him my number. I was going to block it initially, but what I did was okay, yeah, you have my number. I don't want to be like, no, you can't have my number.
I didn't want
And it'd be like a problem.
Yeah, I didn't want a problem to start.
Right. So I gave her my
compliance.
number. I could feel big. She was like, what the fuck? You were giving him your number?
You used my name.
But, oh, shit. Okay. My number. And I could see a little bit, I could feel a little bit, it's like energy. Like her eyes got big and she was like, I could tell she was like, what the fuck? You give this man your number? Until we walked away and I explained what I was going to do. And you were like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I was terrified.
Then he calls me. He calls me while we're walking back to the car. We were going around the block. I'm just looking around. He calls me, and I don't exactly remember everything the man said. I honestly just didn't give a fuck.
We were trying to block the number before it called.
Yeah, I just wanted him to, I wanted to see the number, and I wanted to make sure that was him. So I answered, made the conversation very short, cut it out, and then hung up and blocked the number. And then that was it. That was it. I think we survived, that trip.
I really do want to go eat there. But it was like a little concrete U, and they were just chilling over there, just playing the guitar. Cat calling women.
There was definitely...
There was a whole bottle of, like, cheap whiskey sitting next to him, so... And it was open.
I'm actually glad you were very observant.
Dude, I was on my Hawkeye game. I was scared.
Because I didn't even know that there was whiskey.
Yeah,
I didn't know there
it was
any
a whole
alcohol.
bottle, and it was in a bag, like a Walmart bag.
Damn. I will say he knows how to play the guitar very well.
He did.
He can play. Okay, he's very talented. So if you're in the Birmingham area and you see a guy named Rodney, scraggly beard,
older white man,
yeah, may have a guy next to him named Paul. Give him a record deal. Hit this man up.
Why not? Change his life.
Yeah. Change him. There was, okay, this was not in May. I'm sorry. We'll cut that part out. Of all that.
Yeah, I'm going to edit. So.
But this was when I went to the Dance Gavin Dance concert. That was pretty fucking crazy.
Okay.
The mosh pit. I've never been involved in a mosh pit. I wasn't even in the mosh pit. But even if you're not in the mosh pit, you're in the mosh pit. It doesn't matter.
Big.
It is, yeah. So this dude was starting a vortex. I mean, he was doing a fucking vortex in the middle of the circular thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what it was. I was a virgin to mosh pits. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I thought he was tripping on something. I thought he was on drugs because he was just sitting in the circle doing like this, like vortexing, and then there was people around him like kicking and stomping and like swinging their arms, and they were going around him. Mm-hmm. And there was this one fucking dude who I would say he's not emo. He's a goth. He's a goth guy. Full blown goth. He had on the jean jackets that they have.
Okay. Was it black?
Yes.
There's a
black one with the sleeves cut. Like, you could tell it was designed that way. He had on black jeans. Mm-hmm. And, on his black vest, like jean vest, he had the chains and he had the patches. He looked like an actual goth.
Early 2000s goth.
Right. Gotcha. Not only did he have that, he had the spiky hair.
Oh, yes.
He had the spiked up hair. So he was straight up, like, he knew what was up. This ain't his first time. This ain't his first rodeo. He's been in mosh pits since he came out the womb kind of shit. You know what I mean? So he's been in there. He knows what's up. Well, his eyes. Man, this man's eyes. I thought that Satan himself came from under the ground and possessed him because his eyes were so fucking huge. So huge. And I don't think it helped that it looked like he had eyeliner on him. Where his eyes. And I'm just like, it made it look more creepy.
Yeah.
It didn't freak me out at all. Like, I wasn't freaked out. I was just like, I was calm, but at the same time I was like, shit's about to get real.
This guy's about to go ham.
He's about to fuck everybody in this fucking place. I mean, like, he's gonna bend everybody over and he's gonna fuck them. That's what's gonna happen.
This escalates so quickly.
He felt like he was ready to pop off. Well, when the mosh pit actually started, he was the main guy in the pit that was throwing himself against people outside of it, like, that was circled around him. I was probably there was only like 2 or 3 people in front of me, but I was still seeing it. But he was throwing so much of himself into the crowd that it would knock down those people and I'd get brunt of it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's why mosh pits scare me, dude.
Like,
they're scary.
Like,
I love a good metal concert, but mosh pits, dude, people like break things in mosh pits. Yeah, your thumb.
I'm glad I didn't break it. I thought I broke my thumb.
Broke it, yeah.
That
It
was
bad,
the dude.
dude.
That was the dude that did it.
It was like black. Like it was bruising all the way up.
It was. I thought I broke it because it immediately like started swelling up, and I was like,
it was huge. It was like 2 to 3 times the size of her normal thumb.
Right, and I was like, this isn't normal, but I'm not gonna leave this concert because I'm not a bitch. I'm not a pussy. I'm gonna stay.
Down.
Yeah, I paid my way in. I'm gonna stay the whole way. I'm gonna deal with it. We'll figure this out after.
That was me at the Yin Yang Twins concert. I was up front, and I was at that point. I was trying to get out of the crowd, and I was like dancing through the crowd. We were at the very front, and we were like, like. I just gotta get through here. Like, but I was like, it was like an uncomfortable feeling when I was dancing through the crowd. But then once we like made it out, I was like, okay, I'm paid to see this. I'm not leaving. Like,
I'm here.
I'm dancing back to the front.
Right. You made your way back up there.
I did.
I was waiting for you when you came back from the being on stage.
Because I was up on stage and then I got moved to VIP, and then I was like, cool, I'm in VIP. I miss my friends.
And you were like
completely alone. Yeah, I was
over.
like, I tapped the security guard on the shoulder. I was like, "Excuse me, can I like get past you, please? I want to go back to my friends."
And you just like I physically saw. No, I kid you not, guys. She was dancing her way back up to the front. I was watching her dance, her little ass self. Her name's not little bit for a reason. Like she's small. I saw her little ass head bouncing through the crowds, coming up to me. And when she finally made it, it was like, yay, we're here.
Yay, we're back.
Yeah. But I would say that the mosh pit, that was my first time ever being in a mosh pit, by the way. So, like, some people are probably like, it ain't that bad. Well, you know what? You're probably right. But I thought it was crazy.
I think...
Not in a bad way. I'd do it all over again.
I think that, like, you in a Slipknot mosh pit, dude, because they were separating... Mm-hmm. And then just running into each other.
We did do that, where we split down the middle, and when he did like this, he went,
yep.
Pow, and everybody just ran after each other, and I have it on my phone that I was recording the whole time. I had, we'll call her H. I'm not going to say her name.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll call her H. Triple H, yeah. Triple H. Yep. She's little, too. And
she's
so,
smaller than me.
I was like, yeah, she is, actually. She's a little tiny thing, and I was trying to, I had her, kind of, closer to me, because I was like, we're going to do this. I didn't know where the other girl was at, or call her Kay. I didn't know where she was at. She was somewhere. But I was like, well, it's just you and me, buddy. And we have all these fucking people in front of us that are about to smack the fuck out of us, so we got to get ready. And so when he clapped his hands, when he put them together, we all just, bam, the tides collide. I was screaming and not screaming. I was more yelling, whatever. I was probably screaming.
You know
what I probably couldn't hear myself.
You know what I think of when I think of a mosh pit?
What?
You know the scene from SpongeBob where all the nematodes are in a wave and they're flying in the air. And
yeah.
That's what I think of when I think of a mosh pit. I just see a big wave of people and just people flying.
Yo. Just. I think of more of the jellyfish dance, the DJ, like that.
This rave break. So next question was our funny trip story. So I will let you go first on this one.
Okay. It's gonna be interesting.
I thought you had one ready.
I would have to say when I went to South Dakota.
Okay.
So, driving, just by the way, didn't fly. Drove to South Dakota.
We are in Alabama. I just want to point that out to people that don't know. We are in Alabama, and she drove to South Dakota. How long was that drive?
That's about an 18-hour drive.
You're
almost
insane.
20.
You are insane.
I know. I will never do that again. I'll fly next time. I was going to see my friend who was getting married at the time. Mm-hmm. And the drive itself was fun. I enjoyed it. I got to see, like, different types of states, that the scenery was different. Just geographically, it was, you could tell there was the South versus, like, up there.
Oh, yeah.
So, I would have to say the weirdest state that I drove through would probably have to be, it would have to be, Arkansas. Arkansas was fucking weird. Like,
I've heard some crazy stories about Arkansas.
if you think, now listen, if you are like, Arkansas, when it comes to like politics, they are big on Republicans. And when I tell you, I saw so many like Trump this, Trump that, I don't give a fuck about it. But I thought it was funny because I was like, it's true, it's real. There are states that really dig deep into this kind of shit.
There is a town, or I think it's a town. Is it a city? I don't know. It's in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Eufaula. You drive through there. It's very tiny. It's right before you get to Georgia. And I'm telling you, the amount of Trump stuff there is ridiculous. Not getting into politics, but it is crazy.
It was.
Like, you only see that in certain parts of the United States, and Eufaula, Alabama is one of them, and then Arkansas apparently.
Yeah, Arkansas really was one of those states that the scenery was cool. I will say that there was a lot of I wouldn't call them mountains. I guess more like valleys. They're more valleys than anything. But it was pretty, and the weather was more like a muggy, cloudy. It kind of gave me like Twilight vibes, but in Arkansas. Edward. Edward. Jacob.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I just that was one of the crazy things about driving through Arkansas, was seeing how like political they are, and once I got through there, I would say finally getting to South Dakota. It's a flat fucking place. There ain't no motherfucking mountains nowhere.
Not even a hill?
I didn't see, not a fucking anthill. I didn't see a damn anthill. And there's so many cornfields, bro.
It's like Minecraft, you know, the flat world?
Yeah.
That's it, flat world.
It literally was so flat. I was like, I could probably see North Dakota from here, man. That's how flat it was. I was like, I could see for miles and miles and miles. And I was like, it was dry as fuck too. This was in August, so it was super dry.
Yeah.
The fields, they just go. Like Alabama compared to that, nothing.
We have too many hills around here.
We do. It was a flat land. Not a lot of animals. You know how like we'll see cows around here and horses and donkeys, like actual like farm animals. I didn't see any. Didn't see a single one.
Interesting.
None.
It's funny.
And we were driving through the whole time.
My funny trip stories includes traveling as well. So I went to Tennessee for vacation, and it's not that far of a drive. We went up there for the weekend, and we went to like Broadway and looked at like all the boot stores and stuff. And then if anyone is familiar with the rapper Yellow Wolf, he's from Alabama, and he had a store in Nashville called Still American Flagship Apparel or something like that. And we decided we were going to go up there because, like, why not? We're here, and we were Yellow Wolf fans, so we went up there. We walk in. First of all, we get in the parking lot, and we see Yellow Wolf's famous Chevy truck outside. And we were like, Yellow Wolf is here, bro. And we go in, we get in the door, and his mom, Mama Wolf, is at the counter. And she's like, welcome in, where are you guys from? And like, we're telling her from Alabama. And she was like, that's awesome. You guys drove all the way up here? We were like, yeah, we actually specifically were going to come to this store because we saw that it was in Nashville. And she kept like hinting, she wanted us to stay around. Yellow Wolf was upstairs on the second floor, and he was working on the second floor of the building at the time. And she was trying to like get us to stick around. And the place is really cool. It was a tattoo shop, a barber shop, a bar, and an apparel store all in one.
Holy shit, dude. Why did you leave?
Because we had to make it home on time. So we were there. The one of the workers, her name was Chainsaw Betty. She was a barber, and I really want to get my hair cut by her, but she doesn't work there anymore because they closed down the store when COVID hit.
Oh,
but
does that open up again ever? Or did it open up after that?
It didn't open after that.
What the fuck?
I was gonna go get a tattoo there. I was gonna get my hair cut there, and I was not of age to drink when I was there, but Mama Wolf had offered me a shot of whiskey when I was there, and I politely declined because I was a responsible 19-year-old. And she was like, "You're better than me," because I would have just taken it. And I was like, "Well, I'm driving back to Alabama in a couple of hours, so I didn't want to have that risk."
Right.
But it was really freaking cool. I don't have the rose anymore, but I kept the rose for years. I like dried it. It was this long rose, and it was so pretty. It was like huge. But they gave me a rose. They had like, we went through all of their clothing and stuff. They had a lot of antique stuff on the walls. The barber shop was cool. The bar part was really cool, and the tattoo shop was really cool. Apparently they had like guest tattoo artists that came in each week. So like it wasn't the same person there all the time.
That's fucking nice.
But it was pretty cool. It was
is.
definitely really cool. Something that I will never forget.
You got to meet his mom.
I did. I got to meet Mama Wolf. And I like
Not everybody can
shook
say
her
that.
hand. Yeah, not many people could say that. So I was sad that we didn't get to see Yellow Wolf, but
You got to see the woman that birthed.
I did.
him.
I got to see his mom.
That's
So that's
like-
pretty cool.
No, people may take this the wrong way. That's better than meeting Yellow Wolf, in my opinion. You met the mom. You met his family.
And she is mentioned in a lot of his songs, and she actually, I think she has a song on one of his albums.
See, look, man. If you meet a celebrity's family, like the mom,
It was pretty cool.
That's-
I mean,
to
I
me, that's better
won't
than meeting a
forget it.
celebrity.
Yeah.
that is the celebrity.
she is a celebrity.
Yeah,
She is known.
You don't.
She has she has her own content and stuff on Instagram.
Like,
Look her
how
up.
often do people actually get to see Yellow Wolf's mom?
I know, it was crazy that she was working there that day. Like, it was crazy.
Wow.
Next up on the list,
The worst dates.
worst dates. This one, I have been waiting to tell these stories to her, because she hasn't heard these. She's heard a couple of these other stories that we've gone over, but these are going to be funny. I'll do one, and then I'll let you do one,
Okay.
and then I'll do one, and then you can do one, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. We're at about 29 minutes, but I can edit out
Yeah.
some stuff.
Yeah.
So, the first one, it was so cringy. Okay, we're gonna call this guy Z. Okay, his name started with a Z, so we're just gonna go with Z. So I don't.
Zozo the demon.
Yep, sure.
Bet.
Z. We matched on, I think it was Tinder. I don't know. We matched on Tinder, and he was like, telling me that like his work schedule was crazy, and my work schedule was crazy. You know that.
Yeah.
So we finally we were talking back and forth for a little while. He told me that he like just gotten out of a long relationship. He had a kid with her. Blah 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 blah. Adult stuff. And I was like, okay, like, that's cool, but glad you're putting yourself back out there. He's like, I want to take you to dinner. And I was like, okay, we can go to dinner. So he suggested Olive Garden. So
Fuck yeah. Man.
I finish work. I change, get ready. I go to this Olive Garden. I meet this man. Man, that's a stretch. I meet this guy, and we walk up to each other, and it was just kind of like, hi.
Like awkward.
Yeah.
Not even like you're like, I'm shy because you're like, wow. But
No,
more like
it was just kind of like,
hi.
hi. So then I was like, you want to go get a table, And so he was like, yeah, we can. So we go in, He didn't say a word to the waitress. I was like, "Can we get a table for two?" And
so you were basically doing the guy.
Yes,
you were basically doing what the guy should have done.
So then he we had to wait like 10 minutes. So we're standing outside. Awkward, just awkward silence. Was not trying to start conversation. I was not about to initiate every conversation, so I just stood there really awkwardly, and I was like, this is going so great. We get in, we sit down, we order our food. Again, not talking. Like, it is the most awkward thing I've ever been through in my entire life. Like, I've been on several dates, and that, like, hands down was the weirdest. So we ate. Mm-hmm. It gets weirder. So we ate, and at Olive Garden they have those little tablets on the
pay.
Yeah, you can pay
or get more
or
stuff.
You can play on little apps.
Yeah, you get to play
for kids.
Yeah.
For kids. Mm-hmm. He is looking on there and criticizing the price of all of the apps. He's like, I could just download this on my phone for free and let my kid play it. And I'm like, you could, but some people are like willing to do those things. They don't want their kid to have their phone. He is literally trying to jailbreak this thing to get apps for free while we're at the table. He is literally trying to jailbreak the Olive Garden tablet.
Did he do it?
No, he did not succeed. But then the waitress came out and was like, you guys can pay whenever you're ready, and like slid the thing over to him. I think he swiped like 2 cards before it went through. Mm-hmm. Like, it was like, I don't know if he had the money, like, kind of thing. It was so awkward. And then it gets better. We were leaving. Again, been very awkward the entire time. Like, no real conversations happened other than us talking about the tablet on the table. We get to the car, and I was like, well, thank you for dinner. That was nice. And he goes, yeah, I'll text you. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, do you want like a hug? Like a high five or something?
Do something. Initiate something.
He goes, and then goes, bye. And then gets in his car and drives away. And I like get in my car, and I was like, that was the shortest, number 1, the shortest date I've ever been on. Number 2, the most awkward date I'd ever been on. And then we didn't talk for like 4 days.
Did he not ever text you?
He never texted me when we left. 4 days later, he texted me and said that he got caught up at work. And I was just like, it's fine. And then we just didn't talk anymore after that.
Sounds
Thankfully.
Like to me, he just was,
I don't think
about it.
No, I don't think he was ready, like, to date. I don't think that he was ready to date, because that was very,
people
very
that do that
awkward.
Are, like, they're not there yet. They're not ready.
So weird. Okay, your turn.
So this girl, I matched with her on Tinder. This was, also let me just say, this was years ago before I had short hair. I had long hair at the time when this happened. Okay. So there was a girl that I matched with on Tinder. I think her name started with an A. And so we were texting and stuff like that, and we eventually made plans to meet and eat like a lunch together. So what better place to have a fucking meetup is, I guess you could say a date too, Taco Bell. Taco Bell, baby.
Cheap, good. If you don't like burritos and tacos,
if a man can't blow your shit out, Taco Bell will. A man can't blow out your back, Taco Bell will blow your back out.
You will be spray painting the toilet bowl for a couple of days.
All the time. Anyway, so we meet up at Taco Bell. Okay. And as soon as we we had our food, we sat down. Immediately, I could tell, like, it wasn't gonna vibe. Because she was really weird, awkward. Like a very awkward woman. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with being like that, but, like...
I'm awkward, so...
Yeah. her awkward was, best way to put it, her way of being awkward was strange.
A strange awkward.
A strange awkward.
Like unsettling?
Yeah, it was unsettling. I was just like, I don't know how to feel about you. I can't really feel a vibe with you.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here now. We're eating Taco Bell. Let's just finish this up.
There's no, like, bailing.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway. I just feel like that's fucked up.
Unless it's a dangerous situation.
Right, then dip out. Go. I didn't feel like my life was in danger with her. I just felt like my social life was in danger. That's about it. So we're talking, and she's telling me how she works at Walgreens, and she works in the beauty department, and that she's talking about her Camaro, which is a yellow Camaro. Like, she was talking about her car a lot, so she really likes cars, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck about cars. So, unfortunately, I really wasn't intrigued with the conversation because I couldn't find interest in it because I don't know nothing about Camaros except Bumblebee from Transformers.
Bitch said Bumblebee.
Autobots roll out. But, so, we end up departing after that, and we stopped talking to each other. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I ghosted her. I did ghost her. I ghosted her. Because I was like, I
can't say anything, I've done it too.
I just was not feeling it, and she only hit me up one time, and I didn't respond, and then she left me alone, so it wasn't like she was constantly texting me, and I just wasn't responding. I just didn't respond to that one message. I think she picked it up pretty well, which is fantastic. Makes it less stressful for both of us. But anyway, a couple years go by. My hair gets cut short, okay? Mm-hmm. On Tinder. We match again. I did not recognize her. We match again on Tinder. And I don't recognize who she is. Her hair looks different. She looks different.
I'm not gonna lie.
She looks hotter.
I had a couple of people like that I matched with years ago on Tinder when I had long hair. And then I cut all my hair off.
Yeah.
And I went back dating a couple months ago. And I matched with a couple of people that messaged me and was like, "Don't I know you?" And I was like, no.
This is somebody else. Oh, no, that's not me.
It's a different one.
Yeah,
the same name.
but so even the crazy part about it is we met at the same Taco Bell. The same Taco Bell, the same exact one.
Not a different location. Same location.
Right.
Same town, same city.
It hit me when I saw her car, and I was like, holy shit, it's her. It's the girl from years ago. And I was like, oh shit, I hope she does not remember me. I don't think she recognized me. Did
you ghost her again?
Yeah.
Dude, twice. You ghosted her twice.
I ghosted her twice because nothing changed except her looks. And I'm not gonna just be with you because you look hot. You boring. I can't talk.
She's a 10, but she's boring.
Yes, she's a 10, but she's boring. And that's not her fault necessarily. My brain wants something that's exciting and fun and just like all over the place. Hers was like Squidward.
Oh no.
Kind of like a Squidward, but a woman.
But a woman.
So as soon as I figured out who it was, I went about. I just kept it cool, kept it smooth. I wasn't disrespectful or anything. I didn't even bring up the fact that I remembered her, and neither did she. What I think though is that she knew who I was and she saw me and swiped. I think she was trying to get back into my life. I think she was trying to sneak up into my life.
Maybe she was like, maybe I can fool her.
Maybe she did for a second.
Pull an old 1-2 on her.
And I pulled a 3-4, and I ghosted her again because I wasn't it. Nothing changed. There was no sparks. There was no rekindling. There was no nothing. I was just like, this quesadilla is fucking great. I'm gonna leave after this. You have a good day. But I'm not talking to you. Granted, I was also like in my early 20s. I was immature. But I hope she's doing good if you're seeing this and I look familiar. The quesadilla was fucking good.
The quesadilla was bussin'. Alright. So, my second one. I don't think I told you this story.
It's gonna be interesting.
This one is just weird, okay? It is just, everything about it was weird. So, I'm on Hinge, right? Not now. I used to be. Was on Hinge at the time, a couple months ago. Matched with this dude. Finally, someone had a conversation with me. I'm like, okay, like, seems kind of nice. Let's see what happens. So he asked me if I wanted to go to a movie. And I was like, sure, we can go to a movie. Just let me know what time tonight. And he was like, I'll let you know. Did not respond the rest of the day. So in my head, I was like, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe something happened. And he, like, something serious.
Yeah.
Maybe happened. Because it just didn't seem like he was the type of person to just not text me back.
Yeah.
And let me know. And it wasn't the type of person that would just bail. So, sure enough, the following day, he messaged me later in the afternoon, and he said, I am so sorry, I got into a car accident. And I was like, okay, I was not expecting that, but I guess it's better than someone dying. I was like, are you okay? He was fine. Car was totaled. He asked me to go to a movie the following day. So I think that was a Friday. The next day he wanted to go to a movie. I was like, sure, we can go see a movie. Things were pretty normal. Like over text. He was like, but since I totaled my car, can you come pick me up? I was like, sure. So I went to his house, picked him up. He's living with his parents. He's in college and working at like a trade thing. And so I pull up, put the car in park. He starts walking to the car. Immediately, you know when you look at someone and you're like, they give me sketch vibes. So immediately I was like, I'm regretting this decision already. He gets in the car. He's like, hi, how are you? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. We had normal conversation. We make it to the movie. We're in the movie, and it's just weird. You know, like when you just feel tense around someone or you just don't feel comfortable when they're touching you.
Right.
That's how I felt. He was like putting his arm around me, and I was like, it was super awkward. And then, like, I could feel that I was being the awkward one. And I felt bad, but I did not feel comfortable.
Right.
We get back in the car. This man is asking me, because he is in a trade school and he's working for the mill, the local mill, he gets drug tested regularly. He is asking me if I know where to get acid. And I am like, no, I do not know where to get acid around here. I do not dabble in acid. And he is he is persistent. He is persistent with trying to find where he can get acid. And he's like asking me if I could take him to like this place and like so he could like your face is exactly how I felt. Okay? I was like,
we're on a date, motherfucker. I'm not your taxi driver. The fuck? Call an Uber.
I said,
did you literally hit me up on Tinder just to help you find a fucking car? Your car was probably never even totaled, first of all. He probably was never in a fucking wreck.
He probably just didn't have a car.
He probably never had a car. And he's probably thinking about...
Or he didn't have a license because of, like, DUIs. That's another thing that I thought about.
Yeah.
So what if he had, like, DUIs? Like, drugs. Under the influence of drugs while driving. Anyways, this man... he was like trying to justify why he does acid, and I was like, I don't care. Like, nothing that you can say is going to.
I'm not judging you because you do acid.
No,
I just can't help you find it. I don't care.
I'm not gonna help you find it, and I'm not comfortable talking about this on our first date. And I'm like, that's cool, but I do not dabble in, like, I don't want to be a part of it. Like, you do you, but I don't want to be a part of it.
Right.
And I was, like, trying to find every excuse in the book to get him home as fast as I could.
How long were y'all out?
I tried to make that date shorter than the Olive Garden date, bro. I was rushing. I was, like, max speed limit. Like, I was doing, like, 10 over trying to get him home. I was like, I don't want to die today. Like, I just felt so uncomfortable. And then when he was leaving, he was like, I'll text you. And I was like, yep. I ghosted that man. And I had every right. Nobody can judge me for that. I felt so uncomfortable.
I Danny Phantomed him.
I sure did. I went full-blown Casper on that bitch. I disappeared.
Oh, boy.
I was not about to go through that again. I was like, were you just looking for a drug dealer? I'm so confused. Why did this happen to me? How did I end up in this situation? Because everything was normal leading up to this. Lessons learned. If you see them walking to the car and you immediately have a bad feeling, just peel out, bro. If you're driving, get out.
Put it in reverse.
Back the fuck up.
Yes,
Your body has a natural reaction and in a self-defense mode that tenses like that. So
I would say like fight or flight or something.
It
like
is.
that. And it's like,
even
I
like
just met you and I feel like I need to run.
Even in a sense of like you lying to someone, that's how they do polygraph tests, is because your body tenses up. It's trying to protect your internal organs.
Yeah.
Are you playing footsie with me right now?
I was waiting to see how long you
wait
until you said something about me brushing my pinky on your foot. I do have another, we should make it great. So I have one more, which it's a date. It was a date, and it unfortunately led into a relationship. But it was, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. The date was weird, but how the fuck did it extend to more than that? I should have stopped it right then and there, but pussy was too good. You know, man.
Let me just pass you the mic there.
Okay. Well, this girl, everybody knows. Her name also started with an A. We met on Tinder. Also, if you're gonna go date somebody, don't go to Tinder. Just don't go to Tinder, bro. That's where the crazy bitches and guys are at. But it's on there.
It is.
And then you have your hoes that just want to fuck.
And
guys and girls. And then you have the thruples. The couples that like...
Yeah, dude. I ran into... And I'm so sorry if anyone knows who this is. I'm not saying a name, but I'm saying it's a couple that I know. An old coworker of mine, dude. And her husband. And I was like, I know these people. And it wasn't even on Tinder, bro. It was on Bumble.
Oh man, Bumble's supposed to be like the Christian, like, it's not actually like a religious thing, but it's supposed to be like the Christian, like, dating site. It's kind of like,
don't get me wrong, that is where I met my current partner, but there was a lot of fumbling to get there. There was a lot of failed dates and crazy ass people, dude.
You had to get like stung a few times before you got the honey.
I also had a lot of people that were like, they seemed really genuine and then just all of a sudden would disappear, and I was like, what?
But this girl, we met at Zaxby's.
Mm-hmm.
This was in Montgomery, by the way. So I drove her down to Montgomery. She lived in Montgomery. We met at the Zaxby's near, do you know where the Kobe's Japanese steakhouse is in Montgomery?
Yes.
Okay. In that shopping center where the Zaxby's is at as well. That's where we met at.
Mm-hmm.
And we had our date. Our first date. It just kind of went downhill from there after that. But we met, and she didn't say a single fucking word to me. The whole
entire date?
The entire time.
Dude.
She didn't speak. She made noises.
Red flag.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Red flag. Red. Very red. She didn't say a single thing to me. She acted really, really, really shy. You know, like, she was in, you know how, like, Zaxby's has the booths?
Mm-hmm.
She sat closest to the window. She sat in the corner. She was, like, huddled up. Like, she was being creepy.
That's, like,
I don't know why I
serial
thought
killer
that was
vibes.
hot. I don't know why I thought that was cute, that she was, like, being all shy.
You're like, ooh, sad girl.
Ooh, sad. Yeah, it was like, ooh, sad girl. I can, like, come rescue you kind of thing. and
Terry in here rescuing people.
Trying to. And then I had to get rescued. But she was just shy the whole time. Or at least she was trying to play it out like she was very shy. And she would be like, act like a little girl. Like, she'd act like she was a little girl. And I'm like, come to find out she had DID.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, holy fuck. She
probably didn't even remember that whole date,
She
dude.
probably didn't.
How did you find out she had DID?
She eventually told me that she had DID. Our relationship ended in a blaze of hell. It was not a good relationship, very toxic.
I've never met someone with that, like, in real life with DID.
My thing is like, I don't know if she really did have it, because she could not prove to me that she was diagnosed with DID. Like, she couldn't prove to me, like, I hate to say it like that, like, you have to prove to me that you have a mental illness. When it comes to stuff like that,
That's
you
serious.
really should, like,
Have
I
a
need to know.
diagnosis, yeah.
Right. Like, if you firmly believe in your heart and you're switching up and you don't remember things because so-and-so came out instead of
Yeah,
you.
because you completely, like, go pretty much unconscious, but you're like, in your subconscious mind.
Right. So
you're not in the steering wheel anymore up there.
Exactly. You're
watching
your
from
alters
third
are coming to the light and they're, like, taking over for you. And it's like, well, who the fuck was I on a date with then?
If you guys don't know what DID is, do your homework.
Yes.
Because that is a serious thing.
Don't get me wrong, it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. It was funny. But it's kind of weird.
It's not funny.
No, her alters were funny. Because she had 5 different alters. And Nova was one of them that was, like, fucking hilarious. Nova was a dude.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like a dude. She would talk like a dude. She'd talk about her dick. And I'm like, bet. Like,
bet.
Like, it was...
How often was her host there?
God. Like, not much. Not much at all. Her alters were more active than herself.
That's scary,
Like,
bro.
it was weird because it's like, you don't have control over this.
You don't.
At all.
No.
You're letting these alters, like, come in and out whenever they want, and you can't control it, and, like, sometimes you just can't. That's when you'll go get help. You gotta go get help for that, because it'll take over your life, and it'll fuck with you, and it'll ruin people's lives around you, and you don't realize it. But it was fun.
And some people can't even hold, like, a stable job because of it.
No.
Because their alters will just walk out.
Right.
Because they don't know what's going on.
She hated working at her job. Like, she hated it and she loved it. She talked about how she was going to quit. And then she'd be like, I like it here. And I'm like, what? Do you like your job? Or do you hate your job?
Your alter might like your job.
Right.
Are you good?
Yeah. You know what that sound is?
What?
Tinder.
Dude.
Focus. Oh, you can't. But y'all see it. I barely get on that bitch anyway. I bet you it's not even somebody talking to me.
The look on your face.
It's not even anybody talking to me. This is literally like, watch. Oh shit, there's somebody hitting me up. I'm not interested though. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now.
I swiped on them, but I'm not interested.
Serious. Like Hinge or Bumble.
Even on Bumble, I had a lot of people that weren't looking for relationships.
Well, they have a friend section on Bumble,
They
don't
do.
they? So, like, my thing is, like, if you have...
And they have a business section.
That's fucking crazy.
It's weird. When I was deleting my Bumble account, it asked me if I wanted to swap to friend mode, and I was like, no.
I don't want to be
is
on the
weird.
account. Yeah.
It is weird. Like, props to anybody that found friends on that app, but it just makes me feel uncomfortable.
I don't really, like... I probably have made maybe 1 or 2 friends on a dating site, actually. Like, we actually just we stayed friends. It didn't go any further. We even made it very clear, like, if nothing goes, I'm cool with being friends. That's how it should be in the dating world, but here we are.
I did that with some
It's
people
not like
that I
that.
met in real life, like, going out, and I met people in real life, and they were like, I'm not looking for anything serious, but I'm down to be friends, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be your friends with benefits, but I'll be your friend.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I understand, and then gone.
Yeah, no, they're...
Lies.
No offense to the guys out there, but y'all some hoes. And so are women.
Dude.
Y'all are some hoes too, because y'all be playing with each other. But it's people like, I mean, but you got you a man now. And I mean, a man.
He a man.
He a man.
He a man. The one that I have for you. By the way, we're going into debates now. We have like a whole list of other debates, so we're gonna do 2 real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The debate that I have for you is a hot dog a sandwich? And if not, why not?
Fucking hot dogs. A hot dog is a taco. And I can tell you why.
Okay.
I'm going to change it up to not even a sandwich. It's a taco.
Okay.
Because tacos are in this U shape, right? They got this U look, okay? So does a hot dog bun. When you break it open, it has like that So that way the wiener can be placed in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you just put your condiments on there. You know what I'm saying? That's a taco. It ain't even a sandwich.
Let me blow your mind real quick. What about a sub sandwich, bro? When you split that bread, it ain't a taco, bro. It's a sandwich.
Oh, shit.
Think about it. You break a sub sandwich in half. You got that hinge, right?
Well, hang on. Okay, you gotta, yes. Okay, I see where you're going with this, and I see what you're doing. I'm gonna pause you. Hot dog buns are not like stacked on top of each other like that. They are like you split them open. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like...
I'm about to go grab a hot dog bun. Because I'm about to tell you that they have a bottom, and it's just like a sub. You can make a sub sandwich out of a hot dog bun.
You can. You can make it. You can make a sandwich out of
A what?
A taco. You can make a taco shell. You can make into a... You can make anything and anything, right? Right? Probably not.
A sandwich includes bread.
A sandwich. Look, you can make a sandwich without bread. You don't have to have a sandwich. You don't have to have bread to make a sandwich.
How?
There are people that make, like, that are have gluten allergies, that will eat sandwiches like a lettuce. Like, that's their bread. They'll have a lettuce wrap.
That is blasphemy.
How's that? Anybody that has gluten allergies, you're blasphemy. Per little bit,
It's not a sandwich.
It's still what makes a sandwich a sandwich, actually?
We're about to Google this.
No, Google is people with their opinions that turn it into, like, I need facts, like, from a scientist.
What makes a sandwich a sandwich? A sandwich must consist of one slice of bread with filling placed upon it, 2 or more separate slices of bread with filling between the 2 pieces.
So technically, we aren't making sandwiches correctly. Because technically, there should be another layer of bread. There should be one in the middle. Kind of like a Big Mac sandwich.
That's not what it's saying.
That's not what it's saying?
No. It's saying you can make a sandwich with one piece of bread and fold it in half. You can put the filling on it and fold it in half like a taco. But it is a sandwich because it's got bread. And then it says 2 or more separate slices of bread. 2 or more. So it could have 3. Separate slices of bread with filling between the 2 pieces. Additionally, single or multiple pieces of bread cannot be rolled together like a burrito, wrap, or taco. The filling cannot be placed inside the pocket of bread like a pita. What?
I truly believe that bread does not make a sandwich. I don't think bread is what makes the sandwich a sandwich. Because do you think a burger is a sandwich?
Yes.
Why is it a sandwich? Why is it not just a burger? It's called a burger.
Yeah, but think about, okay, so a burger is a piece of meat in between two pieces of bread, correct?
Yeah, why don't they just call it a sandwich then?
Listen, what about a chicken sandwich? It's the same thing, but it's a piece of chicken in between two pieces of bread.
Burgers are typically meat like ground beef usually.
That's but it's still between two pieces of bread.
So what do you call a chicken sandwich? Would you call it like
it's a sandwich?
A churger? A churger? A chick-erger?
Chickerger?
Bocker? A clucker? A clucker!
New word for chicken sandwiches, cluckers.
Cluckers. That's usually one of the restaurants in the GTA game is clucker.
It is.
It's clucker. GTA's blowing my mind with that. Like, that's what they should be called, are cluckers. Not chicken sandwiches. None of this bullshit. Cluckers. And then you have burgers. And you have tacos. There's names for these sandwiches.
What about sliced chicken on two pieces of bread? Is it still...
Like you're talking about, like store-bought sliced chicken?
Yeah, like lunch meat chicken. Is it a sandwich or is it a clucker?
It depends on what part. To me, I think it depends on, like, the type of, like, where, like, usually, like, chicken sandwiches, usually they have, like, a chicken breast on it, right? Or they have usually, like, a bigger piece of meat. Like, if you're making a chicken sandwich, you're gonna have, like, the biggest piece of meat, which usually would be the titties, right? Or the thighs. Usually it's gonna be your breasts. That's what they usually use. That's what I thought. Or that's what I would assume. That's what I would do if I made a chicken sandwich. Now, if you slice it and it's like thin layers, sure, we'll call that a sandwich. That's that. That's a sandwich. Sure. I'll call that a sandwich. It's not deep fried. It's not baked. It's not this, not that. It's literally just cut up, cooked chicken meat that was packaged. It was packaged and it was put in a grocery store for you to buy to make at your house. I genuinely believe that a sandwich doesn't have to necessarily involve bread. Make it a sandwich.
You heard it here. Sandwiches are no longer sandwiches.
So, like, if you eat a hot dog... Okay, what do you think hot dogs are?
I think a hot dog is a sandwich.
Where's your mom? Where's your stepmom?
She doesn't think it's a sandwich.
Okay, good. Good. I'm glad that there's someone in this house besides me that actually thinks logically. A hot dog is a hot dog. There's no, like, turning it... You know how taco's a taco? You don't call a taco a sandwich? You don't call a taco, like, a burrito or anything?
Why is taco salad called taco salad, then?
Why is taco salad called taco salad?
Yes.
Because it's put into a tortilla fried bowl. Okay. And a salad is usually in a bowl, right?
Is it technically a salad or is it a taco that's just broken down?
I think it's.
So does that mean that an omelet is a sandwich because it's folded and it has stuff on the inside?
But it's not bread.
I genuinely do not think. I think all foods are assigned to their own categories. Okay. You have your burgers. You have a burger. Okay, burger is a burger. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I think a burger and a home, like a bread, the shit that we get at the store, that's different. I feel like that's just a whole different thing. When you have a sandwich, and then you have a burger, and then you have a clucker, and then you have tacos, you have burritos, you have not tortillas, which makes burritos. You have quesadillas. I mean, you have all these things, and you have a hot dog. Okay, let's get back to the main point, the hot dog. A hot dog is a hot dog. It is already categorized as a hot dog. So if anything, Let's not fuck with the name. Let's leave the name alone. It's a hot dog. Why are we trying to make it something that's not? Okay, it is literally.
We have offended her with this question.
The hot dog is literally in the shape it's supposed to be in to fit into the hot dog bun.
I have a question. Is it still considered a hot dog if you put it in between a slice of bread? Have you ever made hot dogs and you're like, oh shit, I don't have hot dog bun?
Yeah, it's
and
still
you
a hot
put
dog.
it in a bread.
Because you make it into a hot dog bun. I think it's still a hot dog bun. I don't give a fuck. If I used a tortilla, I would still call it a hot dog. What forms it into, like, whatever you use as a backup because you don't have hot dog buns does not change the fact that it's still a hot dog. Dadgummit.
He's so angry.
You cannot
I feel like you worked up a sweat with that one. I knew that was gonna ruffle your feathers.
My pulse is okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna end it. That was episode 1. We went way in depth on these.
Hot dogs are just hot dogs. I don't change shit about it.
We spent a lot more time on this than planned. We had other stuff to talk about, but we will make a separate video for that.
Yeah. If you think that hot dogs are just hot dogs, comment below. Whose side are you on? Are you on Little Bit or are you on my side, Terry? You know. Do you think do you think Little Bit is correct about the sandwiches of hot dogs and shit? Or do you think Terry has made it just a bland, straight up point of a hot dog's a hot dog? Just like a burger and a clucker and a taco and all that is what it is. Y'all just let us know in the comment below.
Also, don't forget to join the Discord so you can keep up with our podcast and also when I post videos of my gaming content, which eventually will get her in on some of, because I'll try to do Dead by Daylight.
Yep. We'll play online.
So, and she's going to bring her Oculus. We're going to do some videos on that too.
Yeah.
So, I'll put the Discord in the link below, and I'll have other information down there as well. And then in the Discord, we are doing where we ask the Discord questions, and you guys answer them, and we read them anonymously, or we can add your name in there if you want. But we'll do that as well. But thank you for tuning in to Not a Weird Podcast. This was episode 1, baby.